You ain't seen nothing yet.
It's like you can hear a horse walking through with that drum beat.
Well, you know, Randy Bachman had his horse at the session. He's like, I'm not going to sing this unless the horse is back there watching me. And they're like, okay, Bachman.
All
okay,
right.
Turner.
Overdrive was like, get the frickin' horse out of here.
Whatever, man. I'll do the horse.
I'll do the horse. He thought it was fake. He thought it was in his brain.
I'm going to be able to snort this horse, correct? That's what I thought for sure, but
that's
not.
BTO for you.
Oh, that's BTO for you. 7:08 p.m., ladies and gentlemen. This is a rarity. You don't usually. We're pulling double duties today.
We started at 7 a.m. We just kept going the whole day.
And we've just been broadcasting all day. We started the day over at the Rock and Roll RV, and then of course we are right now backstage, ladies and gentlemen, for the 48th annual Val Verde BeatleCon right here at the Verde Dome. Tickets are sold out. Sold out.
Has it been 48 already?
Oh, God. I remember the 39th.
Number one.
Oh, you remember one?
I remember number one.
Oh, you were just a wee lad.
My mother brought me. She said, come,
my mom brought me.
My mother brought me. She said, oh, you're a bit of a wee lad. Why don't you come down to the beach?
48th annual Verde BeatleCon. And it's right here at the Verde Dome because this is where it's always been. It's not at the Enormo Dome.
No, God.
So if you go next door to the Enormo Dome, that is Sting 3.0. That is Sting with two other guys who are not the police.
They are not the police.
Spoilers.
Stuart Copeland's there as a hologram, but he doesn't let him play. It's just a hologram of Stuart Copeland. Yeah, looking at him going, if you just stick with the drum beat, it's a simple thing, and he's angry. He is angry he ain't playing. He's angry that Sting ain't picking up on what he's throwing down, and it's 12-8 is what he's throwing down.
12-8 is what Stuart Copeland is throwing down. One of my best friends in the entire world, Stuart Copeland. That man knows how to party, and that man knows how to suck the life out of talking about a rock and roll song. But as I said, we're down here at the Verde Dome, ladies and gentlemen, and my God, what a day we have had here so far. We've had so many. Dr. Roberts on stage right now. That is the Beatles cover band that only does that like 65 to 67 period of the Beatles that you like. My favorite Beatles era, I should add. So that they're up there playing like the drug songs before you knew they were really drug songs. Like later on in the Beatles, you're like, okay, these are obviously drug songs.
No,
but
that was for
Dr.
the Day Trippers who played right before Dr. Robert, and the Day Trippers are like, you know these are drug songs.
You know.
There's no subtext here when the Day Trippers are playing.
We're just backstage. Everybody's walking around. I see about 8 Sgt. Peppers walking that way. Somebody's dressed like Paul McCartney's dog, Martha, over there, which the song Martha, My Dear was about. And my God, we're having a good, and I say, Macca, because of course, tonight, ladies and gentlemen, what a treat we have for you here at the Verde Dome. They have been mailing Paul McCartney, Sir Paul, letters every goddamn year saying, please, Sir Paul, please come play the annual Verde BeatleCon. I'm making fun of you, Judy. Judy, I know. She's the head of the fan club over here.
She's the head, but she dresses up in her Oliver Twist costume.
That's not a costume. Wait,
it's
Jeff,
not a costume.
It's not a costume. Don't bring that up. She's pissed.
Oh, Judy.
Pissed about the voice,
I am so sorry. It looks so tattered and worn.
I'm so angry.
Micah, you can't tell she's angry, though. That's the nice part about Judy.
You can't tell. That's the best part about Judy. Can't tell you're angry, but my God.
That's the best part about Judy.
That's the best part about Julie. I said Julie just to fuck you.
Julie, just the best.
Oh, my God. We're having a good time here. 108.9, The Hawk. It's not as if we've been awake all day long.
Oh, God, no.
It's not as if we've been dealing with the news, and of course we'll talk a little bit about it right here. Here we go. All the news you can use, or the news you could lose. It's news time on 108.9 The Hawk. Of course, we thought it wouldn't go this way.
We're talking about the elephant in the room here.
Oh, is that? I thought it was the ghost in the room.
I was going to say, I thought it was actually the Oliphant in the room, which is like the elephant from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, I thought you meant Timothy Oliphant.
Is Timothy Oliphant here? Oh no, he was at he was at the 7 o'clock a.m.
He was at the 7 a.m. He
did Hamlet with Skeet Ulrich, and it was dead on.
It was dead on.
He did it dressed as the guy from Justified, though, and and I was like, "Don't you have a name? I know you've got a name in that show." He goes, "No, I'm the guy from Justified."
He's like, "My name is Justified," and I'm like, "All right,
Justified."
Justified.
And I was like, "That is fantastic, Timmy."
Tune in every night to see Justified in another episode of Justified. Oh, but yeah, we made that joke at 7 a.m. So not
we
so
made
good
it.
at 7
We said we've been up all
truly.
this time. You got to repeat material at a certain
But
point.
of course, we talked about it this morning. We might as well address the corpse in the room.
My God.
The election last night. Yesterday, I should say. Election day yesterday. We did it. You did it, actually, because I know how I voted. And I voted Sammy Hagar. I voted Sammy Hagar.
Hey, beep, back up. Excuse me, baking powder. I did not vote the way you think I went. I voted I did a write-in for Samuel Hagar.
Oh,
my good sir.
Well, see, that probably what fucked us.
Did that not count?
It was literally one vote. David Lee Roth is mayor of Val Verde again. Of course, he was indicted. He was arrested.
He said some really messed up things about literally everyone.
We're pretty sure he did a murder at the third debate, but he still trying to figure that out. He might be part of the Yakuza,
according to some short film that he made.
Could be Yakuza.
He could be Yakuza.
We don't know, but everyone's sad. A lot of people, a lot of sad people in Beatle costumes walking around the Verde Dome today. I got to say that. Like right over there, you've got the original.
Wait, I'm sorry,
the gray costume Beatles. You're just like,
gray costume,
because
you
all
can see the
clearly
tears on the
Sammy
gray
Hagar.
costume Beatles. Really? Bad.
Oh my God, that's when you see the tears.
My God, those liberal tears you've been hearing about, they're all over that gray.
Don't
Beatles.
do that. Don't do that.
That's what I've heard, though.
Don't do that. They
have a little word bubble that says, "These are the liberal tears on my gray Beatles costume."
Holy shit, they are walking. Well, you kind of asked for that, guy.
You asked for it with the word bubble.
Kind of asked for it.
You kind of.
Of course, that's the Snowflakes, the Beatles that play a bunch of progressive Beatles songs. They were playing around the 4 p.m. If you missed them, you missed them, and they're no Dr. Robert. I'm just going to say that. They are no.
So
Dr.
one
Robert.
vote. One vote he won.
One vote literally put Mayor Lee Roth right back in the throne.
Here's the thing. I went in and I said I listened to Jeff Skunk Baxter. He did that. He did that Rock the Vote on 108.9 The Hawk with us. Oh my God,
it was so good.
And he said, vote with your heart, and of course, do not also vote for who your favorite OnlyFans girl votes for, which is that's just sound political advice.
That's just sound. I mean, it's like you listen to James Carville.
You should be talking to Jeff Skunk Baxter, all right?
Good Lord.
And he said, vote with your heart. And I got in that booth, and I said, you know what? I love Van Hagar the most. But that Twister song, pushed it over where I have to show respect to him.
Oh, there you go.
By calling him Samuel Hagar.
You heard
did I mess it up with too much respect?
No, I don't think you. Well, maybe because it was the one vote that they had to toss out because you wrote Samuel Hagar instead of Sammy Hagar, the name he was clearly running under.
Because, of course, as we all know, in Val Verde elections, the most important election is the mayoral election, and that we count votes by making sure your penmanship is proper.
It's got to be so proper. You
got to
basically
get the name right.
You are doing a goddamn calligraphy lesson when you vote here in Val Verde. And I don't know how these slobs do it. I don't know how the slobs of Val Verde do it.
You got to make sure that cursive S is that proper one and doesn't just become a weird blob. Yep. And God forbid if there's ever a candidate with a Z. God, can you forbid it to have a candidate with a Z?
God forbid.
Because I'm going to tell you, I don't know how to write a cursive Z. And that's just politics.
There goes the guys from Mind Games. They're heading up on stage right now. They're going to play nothing but the song Mind Games. But the version they are playing are from that early 2000s concert that Kevin Spacey sang, where he was
one of the best.
I guess you didn't expect the host to sing, and he bounces once, and it's like, and he's like,
beautiful.
Kevin Spacey, never gonna get caught doing anything. And we were all
really
like, wow.
laid it all out right there.
It's like, these aren't the lyrics to Mind Games. I stood up at Radio City Music Hall, and I'm like, excuse me,
baking powder.
These are not the words of Mind Games. I think he's laying all his crimes out in front of him.
My God. And he was playing some Mind Games with all of you.
Oh, my God. He really was. He started talking.
We're not going to be, you know what we're not going to be playing Mind Games with?
That?
When right after Mind Games, ELO comes up. And that is, of course, just Electric Light Orchestra playing the songs of Beatles.
Yep.
And weirdly, they're going to just be playing the most standard Beatles covers you've ever imagined with no symphony. Jeff Lynne is just like, I'm doing exactly how you imagine. And I'm like, all right.
He's basically like doing what you hoped he would have done on the anthology recordings. Boom.
Boom.
Gotcha ass. But hey, we can talk about that with one of the Threedles. Now one of the Toodles, sadly.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, I see the security coming this way. Ladies and gentlemen, now coming to the Geoff and Whisp show on 108.9 The Hawk. Sir, Paul McCartney.
Arr, shiver me timbers, me mateys. Thank ye for having me aboard your fine studio this evening. Har, har, har.
Is this a member of the
Scotty?
gray beetle, the gray suit beetle? Because
No, he's not. There's no thought bubble, so it cannot be.
That is true. There's no liberal tier thought bubbles.
Sir Paul McCartney of the SS Beatles. Har har.
All right, so I'm
Okay,
I'm getting
it.
I see you be confused.
I'm getting a note from our engineer Scotty over here. Scotty, what are you telling us here? So you're saying we do have Sir Paul McCartney, but it is the Paul McCartney that we know and love, and this is what I'm reading in the copy from the Pirates of the Caribbean films.
Scotty, you split the timeline again, didn't you?
Did you split the
goddamn timeline.
Yeah, me suspect the mischief of Captain Barbossa behind this. Har.
Oh my God,
Captain Barbossa.
Captain Barbossa, me sworn enemy in the first film, but not.
You live your life, Paul McCartney, Pirate Paul McCartney. Do I call you Captain McCartney, or how do I address you, sir?
Uncle Jack is be me name.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
so we're gonna have to
Jack.
call you by your name.
Okay.
Me nephew Johnny Depp, Captain Jack Sparrow is what I meant to say.
Well, it's fine. I love that you dropped Johnny Depp because he is on stage right now, just playing slide guitar, just
one of the best slide
whacking away at it. The best slide guitarist in the world on stage. Right.
It's like if you remember what Prince was like when he played While My Guitar Gently Weeps, and you're like, wow, he's actually an unbelievable guitar player.
Yeah. Imagine
what Johnny Depp could do if he was able to play slide guitar. You're getting it. It's right there.
Indeed.
Indeed.
Wow.
Years ago, Paul was going to reunite with John and Ringo for one night, but Johnny wanted to play instead, so I jammed with him.
Now, was that when Lorne Michaels offered you a check to reunite for SNL, and then George was like, I'll step in, I'll do this, I'll talk about it.
But Johnny Depp,
a young Johnny Depp was going to be coming in.
The young Johnny Depp just slipped in. He's just like,
Jack Sparrow, as in that movie. And this Paul McCartney fellow, I hear he be quite the method actor.
I mean, we're seeing that right now. I guess.
Disappointed people here tonight. So what? So we got a Paul McCartney. Thank you.
Finally,
we have a Paul McCartney. Paul McCartney.
Paul McCartney. Because of course we're saying that Scotty might have split the timeline.
He's done it before. Scotty, he's fucking done it before.
You've done it before. Sometimes you don't change the filter in the coffee machine, and that splits the timeline. And I don't even know how you're doing that, but you got to change the goddamn filter. Because also, Scotty, you're splitting it so much that he doesn't – this this version of Paul McCartney doesn't even know if he's talking about Captain Jack Sparrow or Johnny Depp. It's just like a split within a split.
That's got to be some time sickness. Is it time sickness, Uncle Jack?
Indeed. I thought it was seasickness or sea madness, but I occasionally have flashes. I see myself in a studio in Liverpool from time to time.
Really?
It's like it'd be like that show Lost, which I think Paul McCartney watched once because I had a flash of it.
Oh, definitely the last episode. He was like, I am fulfilled.
He said, I knew it. I knew what the end was, just like the creators of Lost.
Fucking knew it. I got to tell you, one time.
Thing I remember, I'd be standing on the seven seas, be pursued by Davy Jones and Blackbeard, when a whirlpool sucked me down. And next thing I knew, I was at this here jamboree, this more rowdier than the rowdiest Pirates Cove.
Rowdier than the rowdiest Pirates Cove. That is in the air here tonight.
You two seem disappointed.
No.
I mean, I'm
honestly,
confused, I guess.
Are you expecting someone else?
I'm kind of, yes, honestly. We were expecting Sir Paul McCartney and his world-famous Sir Paul McCartney band, you know, like Abe Laboriel Jr. on the drums, Brian Ray on the, you know, keep on the bass and guitar from times. Like, people like that. Rusty on the guitar. We thought, what?
Fear not. This Paul McCartney has music himself.
Oh, thank God.
Thank goodness.
Would you like to hear some?
I would love nothing more than to hear a little bit of Uncle Jack McCartney.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies.
Bit of a sea shanty.
That's a good sea shanty that we sing.
Oh, it's just, you guys are like 2 lines in, we're done.
That's some of the best sea shanties. It's just in and out. That's what we say.
That's a shanty, guys.
Your producer
I'm going to go hit the
on.
hammock. Oh, my God. Hey, Uncle Jack, I mean, I guess I say you want to hang out with us for a little bit? I mean, because we do have to do traffic real quick.
What be traffic?
That's a good question.
We're going to find out. Like maritime news, I suppose.
What be traffic indeed? Let's find out with Art Spart.
108.9 The Hawk Traffic with Art Spart.
And I don't know. Traffic. Yeah. Of course there is traffic. If you want to go down Hog Street, you're probably going to have a 5-minute delay for reasons I do not want to get into. Bobby Blotzer Way is a bit of an insurance convention for reasons I don't really want to talk about here. And, pretty much everywhere. It's a mess. The 2112 Rush Way is backed up, Kirk Hammett Way, all the way up to Mount Hetfield's bumper to bumper, and the Alan Parsons Project Parkway is basically going backwards. There's so much traffic. And the reason? Why do I always have to give a reason? It's just a mess out there, both traffic-wise and life-wise. Look, what do you want from me? You want me to be making up fun little sayings for you about traffic? It's traffic. You're going to go slower. What do you want from me? You want me to talk about monster hunting in between telling you that the Dwayne Allman Expressway is backed up right now and will be for the next hour? What's the point? This is life, and it sucks. Look, the world feels like it's going to hell in a handbasket, and I know I am being dramatic, but have you ever had to fill out a little survey before your therapy session for dumb insurance reasons? And have you ever scoffed at the question, do you ever feel like you are moving visibly slower, and wondered why they asked that? Well, I will give you the answer. It's depression about this stupid world and stupid traffic. Look, I don't want to be a bummer, but everyone is feeling it. And quite frankly, the only thing keeping me going. I got 7 words for you. Doobie Brothers taking it to the streets. I mean, have you ever listened to the lyrics in that song? It ain't no soft rock classic when it comes to lyrics, I tell you that. Well, I mean, they aren't that crazy. It's not like a hidden MC5 song, but close. And not to mention, it just kicks ass. Every time Michael McDonald says, Oh, you telling me the things you're gonna do for me? I ain't blind, and I don't like what I think I see. You know they're about to start kicking your ass, doobie style. And then I want to take it to the streets. But maybe I'll do it when there's less traffic. All right, shake it off, Art. Shake it off, Spart. Let's take it to the streets. Later. Until then, just gonna keep on listening to the doobies, and that's, of course, been traffic. From the Bert's Funeral Flowers traffic desk, I'm motherfucking Art Spart.
With Bert's Funeral Flowers, with Bert's Funeral Flowers.
Whoa.
Art is feeling it like everyone is.
I mean, everybody's feeling down, but I gotta say, when Michael McDonald sings that one part, it gets me too. It makes me want to riot. It makes me want to riot. You know what else makes me want to riot?
What's that?
Crosby, Stills, Nash, Young, Hawk. Now.
How I wish you were beer. You've got no alcohol and I wanna drink it all, year after year. But I can't be drunk again at my daughter's wedding. So I guess I'll have a near beer. And you can have a near beer with Wish You Were Beer. Hello, this is David Gilmour from Pink Floyd. Now recently Pink Floyd sold off our very lucrative publishing rights, which means that our songs can be used in just about anything, because I just don't care anymore. I'm 78 years old. What do you want from me? So when this near beer company came to me and said, hey, we'd love to use your song that's a loving tribute to your old band member who got caught in an LSD psychosis that he never came out of, and it's very tragic, but it works as a pun for this near beer, so I said, whatever. Ain't my problem no more. I'm just happy to not be fighting with Roger Waters about another bloody thing. I just get to hang out on my studio houseboat and sit back with a Wish You Were Beer. I don't even like near beer. I don't even like beer. I mostly drink warm Ovaltine. How I wish you were beer. It's got no alcohol and it tastes like hell. Hope the check clears. Use the songs for anything. I really don't care. This one's for Wish You Were Beer.
Oh, David Bowie, where he was like, yeah, I can kind of do soul.
I can do that.
He's like, who's telling me I can't do soul? And was like, well, first off, who's telling me I can't do soul? He sounds a little Jason Statham. I'm going to say that. Scotty, you've said it before. My Bowie sounds a little Jason Statham. It's like, who's going to be telling me I can't do soul, mate? I'm the beekeeper.
You're going to tell
I'll
me
keep
that
bees.
I can sting you like a bee.
Oh, my God.
And then David Bowie just takes a gun, breaks it in half with one hand as he doesn't even look at it, and then takes out an esophagus with the right hand.
And he's walking down the hall carrying a big old thing of honey. And you know who that honey's for? Mick Jagger. Mick Jagger's honey. He's like, throat. And he's like, I got a thing of honey for you, Mick. You want to do
most surprising part of the Beekeeper, when Mick Jagger is the head of the Crypto Bros.
It was truly probably another time slip from Scotty over here, where he combined two of my favorite movies, The Beekeeper and Freejack. They just went together and they made love.
I mean, definitely.
Oh, they made love. And Emilio Estevez
that
is like,
version.
Where am I? Please, God, get me out of here.
I mean, in that version of Freejack Mick Jagger, he definitely would vote the wrong way in a presidential election. I'll tell you that much.
Freejack Mick Jagger, I was like, where's the Oscar for that guy?
I mean, God.
Where is the Oscar for Freejack Mick Jagger?
It's like who shot first? Classic question.
That is a good question. Uncle Jack, who shot first?
A pirate always be shooting first, if that's what ye be.
Oh, so
there you go.
in
There we
this
go.
maybe possible time rip, I just want to clear this up already.
In a time rip.
In the question of Greedo versus Han Solo,
In the time rip.
in the time rip, you are suggesting that Uncle Jack possibly shot first.
Because a pirate always be always. Be
I know not what know not what this Greedo is, but greed, and a pirate always shoot first when he be greedy.
What
There's a
else
riddle I
do you
say.
need
I mean,
to know?
thank God Freejack Mick Jagger didn't come in there going, guess who I voted for? Then he's shooting first. And
Surprise!
You're like, oh, surprise!
When you
That's a mind blower right there.
I heard Freejack when you say it. Uncle Jack be remembering now when he transferred to this world. Someone saying, "Freejack him. He's a Freejack." And then Paul McCartney was. Next thing I knew, me be in your world.
Well,
They do overuse the term free jacket in the movie Free Jacket. It's like
in the free jacket, they're like, "Whoa, are we free jacking here?"
and then the porno version was like, there we go, we got our name, Free Jacket.
And I
I
did
thought they were
version we
getting
got
my
it.
name wrong or something. I thought they were saying free Jack, like they were trying to free me. But
Free Jack Sparrow.
Out of the jail cell that you're in the movie Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No
not
Tales.
modern technology, just a simple pirate. But me thinks me was transported from another dimension to provide the body for a millionaire in the future or something like that.
I think me thinks you're right, and me thinks Scotty is the culprit over here. What's crazy is, oh my God.
I mean, that's a great theory too. That's like a very modern theory to just throw in at the end, or something like that. Because it's
Well,
like
you
we
see
really
what I
figured it
have.
out.
I've seen Davy Jones's Locker. I've seen Calypso, the Beast. These are all canon. I've seen the Pieces of Eight. I've seen things that would make a billy goat puke.
Well,
And
I
so
mean,
this be nothing to
Oh
me.
my
it's such a hard thing
Scotty,
to
I'm
do.
starting to worry that also
Scotty-
we might have a time rip that he's also merging with Colonel Troutman from First Blood with that Billy Goat
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know what's
I
going.
just
Are
say,
you
look,
Free Jacket again?
I think these are literally all of Jeff's favorite movies. And what happened was
feels like it.
Scotty was over at Jeff's apartment last night to borrow a movie, and I'm sure he spilled a soda dad or something on the movies and on the time machine that we were using to bring in Paul McCartney. And this is what happened. And this is what happened back in 94.
This
when
is what
we were
happens
doing-
when Scotty rents my VHS copy of I'm Gonna Get You Sucker. He comes over and all of a sudden,
Poof. In 94,
94.
I was doing the Whisp Turlington show on 108.9 The Hawk, and Scotty said, I got a great guest coming in for you. And he said, it's Dennis Hopper. But who comes in but the Dennis Hopper from Speed? And every time I asked him a question, he asked me a question. He was like, pop quiz, hot shot. And I'm like, God almighty. I was like, are you feeling good? Hey, Dennis, what was the drive like over here? And he's like, pop quiz, hot shot. And I'm like, come on, I'm asking you. My drive was good. Oh, well.
Uncle Jack feels you two maybe a wee bit disappointed that this other Paul McCartney not be the one you be talking to. Would that be right?
Will say that I be a little disappointed.
Well,
that
I think
in pirate parlance, I gotta say, I'm a wee bit disappointed.
I'm a little that you be not the Paul
You
McCartney.
be not the Paul McCartney.
perhaps this cheer you up. I am remembering actually a story about me and John. Would you like to hear a story
Oh
about
my
me and
God!
John?
Please! Nothing. I would love nothing more than a story about you and one of my best friends in the entire world, John Lennon.
So me and John, or as I call him, Jack, as in Captain Jack Sparrow. We be sailing to the Isle of Tortuga to steal some gold. With Jack drinks all the rum. Har har har. Good story, eh?
I mean, I'm gonna say
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah, number one, no. Number
I'm
two,
gonna say
not
fucking
the Jack.
awful.
Yeah, not the John we
Also,
thought.
when we're saying you preface it as if you're like, oh, I got a John story, and you're like, his name was Jack in this story, but Jack Sparrow. It's kind of shitty. It's kind of shitty. It'd be a little shitty,
It's
Uncle
a little
Jack.
shitty Beatles.
It'd be a little shitty, Uncle Jack.
And so, hey, you can't blame a pirate for being sneaky. That's
That
like
is
it,
true.
You know what?
That is true. You got us there. You Goddess.
I mean, I guess here's the thing. Wisp, maybe you're feeling this. I don't know how to ask questions here. I don't know if I should be asking Beatles questions. I don't know if I should be asking Pirates of the Caribbean questions. I don't know if I should be asking Freejack questions. I'm a little couple. My main question I have right now, you mentioned Tortuga. Were you upset, because this one is for Uncle Jack, that you were not included in the Lonely Islands song about the Pirates of the Caribbean?
Me heard about this. Uncle Jack's lawyers got involved. What
was your lawyer's name to Uncle Jack? Just out of curiosity.
Even Schaefer and I be early comedy buddies. He didn't return my calls. I don't know. It's the free jacking. So, lads.
Oh my God.
He's being free jacked. Quit free jacking him.
Yeah, he was about to tell us that he was the fourth member of Lonely Island.
Now shut the fuck up, Geoff.
Oh, sorry. What did you say?
It's me, lads. It's Paul. Where am I?
You're at the 48th.
Am I in the interview?
You're in the interview for the 48th annual BeatleCon here at the Verde Dome. Thank God, Paul.
Talk about my music then, lads.
Oh,
I would love
God.
to talk about your music
more. I would love
to talk too much about the Pirates of the Caribbean song from Lonely Islands and you being the fourth member, but this is so much better. Macca, you wouldn't even know what we're talking about.
I just got a little bit free jack, that's all. And I sound kind of Irish.
It happens. That's probably a little free jack sickness.
You know
you
what?
got a little free jack sickness, and I've heard that. I mean, God, that was most of the movie shoot.
Sickness.
If
Where
Freejack
Jagger
sickness
just
means
kept
we're talking
talking.
to Irish Paul McCartney, close enough is what I say.
I'll take it. You want a question? You say fire away? Okay.
I mean, we do have Paul McCartney, Irish Paul McCartney here now. So
Irish Paul McCartney.
I mean, Wisp, what do we got? What do we got here? I mean, do we have any questions
here we go.
for
I got
Irish Paul
All
McCartney?
right, lads. You got a nice studio, lads.
Well, we're backstage at the Verde Dome. We tried to gutsy it up a little bit. We took some stuff from these Sgt. Peppers over here. They had a lot of stuff on their stage, and we kind of put it around here. And then, of course, we've got some.
Got that giant photo of the Abbey Road EP, but we put our heads.
We put our heads
on them
on
walking
all
across.
Of them. It's
of course,
like
there's
four
Wisp.
of us. It's very.
There's
funny.
me. Ringo is keg stand. I'm Ringo keg stand. Yeah, you are.
What?
Oh,
Paul?
sorry.
You're talking over Paul.
There's a sword and a cup of grog next to me. I don't understand.
I don't understand either.
I don't understand.
But I would, you know what, Paul, Irish Paul McCartney, just put that aside, because we're going to play a little game called Beatle Trivia on the Geoff and Whisp show, and this is going to take you back, Paul. This is going to take you fucking back to Liverpool, back to London, back to Hamburg, where you're free jacking with all the other Beatles in like the back room.
John and I free jacked in a circle all the time when we were children.
I know.
No one knew that till I talked to Rolling Stone.
I know that.
It's a great Rolling Stone interview.
That was my question. Who did you give the free jacking quote?
Okay, well, that was question number one answered.
Sorry.
Gonna go ahead and throw that one out.
These, of course, are all helmed by Wisp, because, of course, I have written a book for children about how you shouldn't listen to the Beatles. If you remember from a long time ago, Hawk fans. I'm just letting you know, because I actually have a booth next to the Day Sippers bar.
Oh God!
Where I'm
Day
selling
Sippers.
the extra copies I have.
No
I have
grog.
2,000.
No grog at Day Sippers if you're gonna go over there.
Day Sippers.
Okay, first question. Here we go. Irish Paul McCartney. Which Beatle crossed Abbey Road in the infamous album cover for Abbey Road? Which Beatle crossed first?
Ooh, lads, I can't. You got me. I don't think I can remember. But I do have a funny story. I do have a behind-the-scenes tale about that no one knows.
Well, I mean, I guess that would be better than an answer to the question, but probably. I mean, if it's what we got, it's what we got.
So, we're crossing the street, we're crossing Abbey Road. John turns to me and says, I've never told anyone this before, lads. Okay. Never told anyone. He turns to me and he says, Paul, one time I was driving home at night. I was drinking.
No, please, Scotty, no, Scotty, do not turn on the
Scotty,
free jack
don't free
machine.
jack him. Come on.
With the be back. Sorry, lads.
Ah, shit.
Uncle Jack be back.
You know, I knew it was starting to happen because it was turning from Irish Paul McCartney to kind of a Jason Statham again.
It was slowly going like, John, what do you think? I've got this honey for you here, Mick Jagger.
Yes, Uncle Jack have a more consistent voice.
All right, so I mean, I guess we're back with... So, Wisp, this is trivia for...
No,
do you have any
fuck it,
Pirates
game.
of the Caribbean trivia?
Do I have any pirates?
You
Let's
seem
see
disappointed.
here.
Were you talking to someone better than Uncle Jack? That's what I was about to
Yes.
say.
Yeah, I mean, quite frankly, yes.
I mean, we're going to be fully transparent with you here, Uncle Jack. We were talking to Irish Paul McCartney. Just saying. A little bit better than pirate.
Don't say Irish to a pirate.
Oh,
hate
God.
the Irish.
I didn't
true.
know it was a slur.
No,
I'm
if there's
so
one thing we all know about
sorry.
Paul
pirates.
McCartney, whoever he is, I'll kill him. I'll shiver his timbers.
Okay.
The
calm
classic
down.
pirate saying.
Go
"Shiver
ahead,
his
ask your
timbers."
riddles.
Okay. All right. Unfortunately, we have to do this because we have no other segments for the show. So it's time for Pirates of the Caribbean Curse of the Black Pearl quiz. Right here. We want to find out how well you know the first movie in the trilogy. Uncle Jack, for no points. What was Elizabeth's last name?
Yeah, I think he'd be talking about Elizabeth Swann.
Wow.
Yeah.
No points there.
A beautiful lass.
I'm guessing that's Keira Knightley's character.
I'm guessing
A
that's
beautiful lass she be. Jack Sparrow was quite amorous with her. A lot.
once
Uncle
again,
I guess here's a follow-up. Did Uncle Jack ever get quite amorous with her? Is there any backstory about Uncle Jack getting quite
Uncle
amorous?
Jack, you never get Freejacked by Elizabeth Swann.
If you know what we mean.
Boo.
I know what you mean, cake stand.
I
You know,
only
that
did that
actually
to set
worked,
you up,
though.
idiot.
I mean, but you did it, though, Wisp. You
I
set
did.
cake stand up. God damn.
Hey, just to let you know, we're down here at the Verde Dome for the 48th annual BeatleCon. Crowd's going wild out there. Johnny Depp just left the stage, just finished dicking around. He lost his slide. I just saw a picture. He lost his slide. So the last 30 minutes of his performance was just him looking at the ground going, huh? Where? And everyone's like, down there, Johnny Depp. And he's like, oh. And Joe Perry reaches up, grabs it, takes it, runs out of the stadium.
Wow.
Done.
Incredible. It was
Incredible.
an incredible set.
That wasn't Jack Sparrow that I saw on stage.
It was not Jack Sparrow. That was Johnny Depp, slide guitar player.
But he was stumbling around and talking incoherently, much like Jack
You would
Sparrow.
think. You would think.
As time goes on, he gets a little bit closer to his character in the Pirates
And
movie.
he was asking everyone for money like Jack Sparrow.
He shook me down for 3 gold coins.
And he was in some legal trouble with the local constables like Jack Sparrow.
That is true.
I don't give a shit.
Yeah. That's true. I guess while Wisp is looking for questions, I do have a question.
Yeah,
are
please.
you anywhere in the Pirates of the Caribbean ride at Disney?
Good question.
Because they are holding strong onto Jack Sparrow being in there. There's paintings of him. He shows up multiple times.
Go in there and I'm like, where be Uncle Jack?
Where be Uncle Jack? And I see David Crosby in there,
All the
drunk
time.
off his ass.
Oh, he's drunk off his. He's just like
Davy,
looking.
yes. Davy Jones?
Yes. I think I even saw Boz Scaggs in there at some point. But
Well, that
did
was
I
the
see
real
Uncle Jack?
Boz Scaggs. He goes
That's
in
the
there
real-
whenever he's at Disneyland. He likes to go in there. He hops.
Technically, I'm not a Pirate of the Caribbean, so I don't think I made the cut there.
really?
That said, much like the Lonely Island, I have my lawyers are talking to Bob Iger.
Okay, good.
Oh,
Because
okay.
I think
The
you
real
could
pirate-
replace
a real pirate TV.
the dog that's holding the key for the pirates that are locked up.
Oh
I
my
mean, do a
God.
little
I would
kind of
give
reverse.
anything to interview the dog with the key right now.
Oh, that'd be fantastic. If only we got a Freejack with the dog holding the key.
No,
God.
no. Turn the
Oh,
free
no,
jack machine
come
off.
on,
No,
Scotty.
No, Scotty, we're not going to allow this to happen. We are going to go to a...
No, don't tell me why.
Who is this?
It's Paul.
Oh,
He's oh my God! Thank God.
Where-
Excruciating when I go through that.
Wait. This sounds like real Paul McCartney. I don't even know if this is
and he said
Irish
sure
Paul.
this time.
It'll wear off in a minute.
Well, now it's starting to sound a little bit like Bono, so I don't know.
I think we're being thrown here. Oh my God, we're gonna find out more about this in a second. But first, it's Deep Purple on the Hawk.
Hello, this is Farmer Dan at Shetland Creameries. Fall Festival days, they're over. And now we roll into a new thing we're doing here. Yeah, old Christmas shop. That's right. Come on out to Shetland Creameries. You can get your eggnogs. You can get your cheeses, your cheese balls, and also shop for some of the best holiday decorations throughout the entire Verde Valley. My cattle have been working hard on these decorations. Sure, they may have some bite marks on them from where the cattle were trying to get the stitching just right on a plush Mrs. Claus that you can put on your couch. But that ain't my fault. It's yours, because you're going to buy it at your old Christmas shop, now open at Shetland Creameries.
Doesn't it seem like prices on the airlines just keep going up and up? Are you tired of all the hidden fees when you have to fly from one place to the other? Did you think you still bought kind of an expensive ticket, and yet you still need to check your backpack and you're loading in Zone 9, and you're not flying on Spirit Airlines? Then maybe you need a new flight experience here at Shitbox Airlines. The only airline that says we tell it like it is, and it is shitty. Here on Shitbox Airlines, you definitely don't have an assigned seat or a zone. Do whatever you want, because we might not even get you where you want to be going. Hell, we might even lose an engine or two on the flight. But don't you think there's a peace of mind in knowing that the flight is going to be terrible, instead of that hope that it's like, ooh, I'm on Delta, it's definitely going to be at least okay. Here on Shitbox Airlines, it's guaranteed to not be. And that's the Shitbox Airlines promise. Shitbox Airlines, we tell it like it is.
You're listening to 108.9 The Hawk.
If there was one person I could tie to the whipping post. You must know a lot about the whipping post there, Uncle Jack. You ever been tied up to the whipping post? Like you go to a town and they're just like, wait a second.
Yes. Well,
oh, God, damn it.
Sorry, I Freejack back during that commercial break, so maybe a little sore.
Scotty, is there any way we could get Dennis Hopper from Speedback in here?
I mean, I think Whisp has got time whipped going on here. There's too much
time whipped. All of these people, I'm getting all of these notes from the producer of the show, like, hey, when's Sir Paul coming up? And I
the fax machine hasn't stopped going from
it's
Scotty.
Just going blip, 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 blip.
Just keeps dumping questions out for all variations that could be coming out here. So and it is wild.
Would you like to let me get the sense you're disappointed still?
Oh, 100%.
Would you like to hear a story about the Fab Four?
I mean, if the Fab Four you refer to is John Lennon, Paul McCartnney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr. Honestly, at this point, I would take a little Stu Sutcliffe in there if you wanted to toss a little.
At this point, if you named members of the band the Rutles, I would take it as a Fab Four.
I would take a Rutle.
I take a Rutle. Are you giving us a Rutle in the Fab Four?
It'd be George. It'd be John. It'd be Ringo.
Okay.
So,
but let me make really quick.
Make it clear because we don't have any last names yet here.
Will you promise?
You're promising
that none of these are secretly named Jack Sparrow,
or pirates in the Pirates of the Caribbean, right?
Or any pirates from the Pirates of the Caribbean, right? Or movies.
I swear on me pirate's honor.
That's a real swear.
Once he says me, that means it's a real swear there.
Fun and done.
It's there I be. Sitting with me lads.
From
Ringo
Liverpool.
Starr, or as I call him, Captain Barbosa.
Son of a
God,
there we go. A pirate has no honor. That's pirate rule number 1. So it's me and Ringo Starr, as I call him, Captain Barbosa. That was his nickname. And John Lennon, or as I call him, Blackbeard. And Ringo Starr, as I call him, Captain Salazar. And that other one, what was his name?
I was going to say, did we have 2 Ringos in this Fab
Yeah, I
Four?
think you
got
put in 2 Ringos in your story.
Are you not including yourself? I mean, when I say yourself, I mean Sir Paul McCartney or Irish Paul McCartney in the Fab Four. In your version of the Fab Four, there are 2 Ringo stars.
Indeed. Everything you said is right.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't see what's so complicated.
I mean, you just gave Whisp an aneurysm. Oh,
hello.
no.
It's me, Freejack Mick Jagger.
My God, I can't believe this is happening. We've got... Scotty, what are you doing to Whisp here? Oh, who is this? I'm going to take a guess.
Pop quiz, pirate.
Yep, that was going to be right in my quiz. This is Dennis Hopper from Speed. And who do we have here? I got a feeling somebody just Freejacked right into Whisp. Is it Emilio Estevez?
Oh, God. What am I doing here?
Is it Emilio Estevez from that Brat Pack documentary, though? That version.
It's the Brat Pack one. It's the
you're doing really well, and no one else is. Fantastic.
And I'm doing really great, and all the rest of the Brat Pack, they're just fucking losers. And
God, just
and
whiny babies.
Andrew McCarthy was like, when you do my documentary, and I'm like, okay, well,
oh, God.
Okay, I'm back.
I know that look. I've seen that look in your eyes. That be the look of a man who's been Freejacked.
I am on empty. I've been Freejacked so much now.
I've never seen a man Freejacked that many times in a row.
I have been free.
I saw a guy Freejack them once in this porn I saw once called Freejacking.
Okay. Thank you, Jeff, for that.
That should have been a cake stand, but that was
a cake
just me
stand,
just
but you did it. Okay, so we're getting close to showtime, Uncle Jack. What are you going to do on stage?
Or would you like to hear one of me songs?
Please, I would love nothing more than to hear an Uncle Jack original. Now, this better be original. If I've heard this shanty before, I will have Scotty.
No, it's just me and Jack.
Take you to the negative zone. I'll have.
And if
Scotty.
this ends up being a sea shanty based around the joke that you tell in that movie, Dead Men Tell No Tales.
What is the joke that you tell?
Remind us all, of course, of what the joke. Do you remember what the joke is?
You remember the joke, Uncle Jack?
I mean, who could possibly remember that joke?
Oh, I can possibly remember. The joke is that I believe Uncle Jack says a skeleton walks into a bar. Yes, you've got it. And he asks for, what does he ask for?
Beer and a mop.
Oh my God! I mean, if you could fit that into a sea shanty, it would be great. I mean, but that's the only one I would take.
Made Jack Sparrow laugh.
Well, I do have to say that this show was sold out, but now I'm getting in a notice that Tickets has tickets on sale for you to come on down to the Verde Dome and see Uncle Jack perform. It's going to be good. It's going to be real good.
Farewell and adieu to you fair Spanish ladies. Farewell and adieu, you ladies of Spain. That's an Uncle Jack original.
And this is why we might be having tickets available now.
Yeah, Ben, this is a...
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah,
Are you asking me? Okay.
Or are you asking one of the Freejacked personalities into Whisp?
No. Please ask me.
Okay.
Maybe asking ye. Why do people keep coming up to me and telling me I changed their lives and my music is incredible?
Because... No, your shanties are shit. So I don't understand how they could have changed anybody. See,
and you should know that because you're selling a CD right next to my books for kids about how you should listen to the Beatles. It's just called Shit Shanties.
Shit Shanties from Uncle Jack.
Shit Shanties from Uncle Jack. It says right there. I mean,
there once was a lady on the boat that I knew, and she came into my boat and she shat in my shoe. Speaking of favorite shanties down here at the Verde Dome, here's
by the way.
Thank you for that, Scotty. Send him to hell. It's Billy Squire on the Hawk.
I mean, right there is a salve that the nation needs. I'll say that right away.
The one thing that comes after, I love the idea that we're just so disappointed with a fucking Uncle Jack, Paul McCartney. Like, this place is sold out. This fucking dome, this arena is sold the fuck out. And we've got Uncle Jack here just like singing the same shanty.
Say what?
telling us fucking stories that we are hoping will have Beatles knowledge in it, and it always turns to fucking Pirates of the Caribbean.
Once you mentioned Freejack, I was really locked in. I tried. I took me a second to catch up on the interdimensional thing you guys were doing, but
yeah.
I happen to be a big Freejack fan, so that was
I fucking love Freejack, man. I loved that movie as a kid, and now that we've talked about it, I'm like, shit, I gotta watch Freejack.
I'll say I rewatched it, and it's good, but it doesn't live up to the trailer, which I do think is one of the better trailers.
Yeah.
Like that shot of Emilio zooming in, like it works really well in the trailer.
It's a crazy premise for a movie, badly done, but the idea is really good. And Jagger's not bad in it.
Jagger's excellent in it.
Yeah.
He is very good in it. And I remember watching.
I'll come back in a year and I'll do Jagger.
Yeah. Come back and it'll be a full Freejack.
Well, then Jagger, you should do it because your Jagger was better than Paul McCartney.
Oh, I have done some Jagger on the show. Like he does like radio, like you're listening to 108.9 The Oak.
Yeah.
And on the show a few times. But yeah, God, Freejack's so good.
Also, speaking of the musicians being good at movies, I got to admit, I rewatched literally today. I was telling you guys earlier on today of all days. I watched I actually watched Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man Chest, as I mentioned, and actually was a great distraction from the news of the day.
Yeah, just so everybody knows, before Pat tells you this, we are watching this the day after Election Day.
That's why we recorded this.
We were like, fuck it, we're still going to do it. We're going to still have some fun, and we're going to map it over to Mayor Lee Roth getting reelected and disappointing everybody. But so who else was good? Who else?
I think we'll know is Election Day by the fact that we all clearly lost our minds.
We talked about Freejack for fucking 30 minutes, and we're like,
what were you asking? Sorry.
Oh, that sounds like a day-to-day for Jeff Garlock. But yes, go on.
Yeah, you were saying who's a good musician that acts? Are you saying Paul McCartney?
He was pretty solid in his cameo. I mean, it's a cheesy.
It's not bad.
The movie is not good. I got to admit, even though I said someone who, like, as a younger man, loved those originals.
Yeah,
but he's got the good comic timing.
He always has.
It's all dad. The movie's like all dad jokes, but they're like solid dad jokes. The plot is incomprehensible, but he was that. I don't know. I thought he. You know how like sometimes musicians or athlete cameos are like they're very wooden, but they're almost kind of charming in that way because you kind of give them a pass. It's like, oh, he's just kind of doing a cameo. It's like kind of like a non-actor does SNL, but it's kind of charming.
Like Mick when Fleetwood in The Running Man.
He's not just that good. He's actually good, I thought.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That was a pleasant surprise.
Do you think that he got a line read from Lorne? Like they went to an Italian restaurant and Paul McCartney and Lorne went and like read through their scene.
Lorne, I don't know how I'm going to approach.
Got the rhythm of it, the comedy of it.
Oh, did he ever? Oh, yeah, that's right. He hosted the whole episode.
Oh yeah,
he's been on a lot.
And him and Lorne are like best buds. It's like I could imagine a threesome of Lorne and Paul Simon sitting at an Italian restaurant talking through.
He's like him and Garfunkel are like. I mean, there's a chance that 50th anniversary thing, this SNL thing this year, is going to be like 33% Paul McCartney, 33% Paul Simon, and 33% Steve Martin, and that's it.
100%. That's it, and everyone just waves.
And everyone just waves
for 4 hours.
For 4 hours. Pat, what's going on with you besides trying to survive mentally in this new?
You mean like professionally?
Yeah, like what are you up to these days? What are you working on? You been doing any shows, doing anything, or?
I guess things to direct people. So I started writing a column for Atlas Obscura, which is a travel website that that's incredible. I recommend.
Hell yeah.
I love it. It's my favorite. So yeah, I started doing. That's probably something that I could point to that is regular.
Yeah.
Did one on involving the Wicker Man recently.
Exactly. Yes, I did. I went to a witch festival and kind of did a little essay from there. It's kind of spooky stuff like that. Much like the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. So if you liked hearing about the dense, weird mythology of the Pirates, the Pirates of the Caribbean. What's that for a quadrilogy? 5 movies, a quintilogy.
Yeah, it sounds good to me.
I think that sounds right to me.
Yeah.
I love the crossover. I love the crossover fans that we're going to have for this Hawk episode, where it's like, not only they talk about fucking Pirates of the Caribbean, man, they talked about fucking Freejack, man. It's the best podcast around. It's literally the only podcast that will talk about Pirates of the Caribbean and Freejack in the same episode.
I'm genuinely surprised that Freejack is not. It should be like 20% more well known. By which I mean
100%.
I'm not saying it should be considered like The Godfather, but it should be like on the same level as like Roadhouse or The Running Man.
100%. Yes, and it is not.
I don't know why.
Until today.
It's true. I think it doesn't have a Schwarzenegger. It doesn't have a Swayze. All due respect to Emilio, he just doesn't have that charisma.
No, it doesn't. And it's also, I'd have to look at the year. The year, I think, throws it off a little to like.
I think it was in between Young Guns 1 and 2. I think I'm guessing.
Oh wow!
So I think that they may have been like, oh well, he's so big from Young Guns 1. Maybe he can do Young Guns. Maybe he can lead Freejack, and it's hard to say.
I also like
great
the idea of Emilio at the end of after they wrapped Young Guns 1 being like, guys, I need a break before I can do a second one of these.
I got a free jacket. I got a free jacket.
Yeah, 92. It's a hard year to have that kick over.
Oh shit! So that's after Young Guns 2, then.
Yeah, I think.
You guys, music trivia question for you.
Okay.
You remember the Bon Jovi song from Young Guns 2?
Oh yeah.
What is it?
Which one is it?
Blaze of Glory.
Yeah, Blaze of Glory.
Of course.
Yep.
Down.
Do you know who plays guitar on that?
No, I mean that's the I know the movie. I'm a movie guy. I know.
Okay. I think Jeff Beck plays a lot of the solos on that soundtrack, if I'm correct.
Oh, that would make it's a lot of guitar for sure.
Yeah, because I remember when Jeff Beck died.
Yep, Jeff Beck played lead and slide guitar. So sorry, Johnny Depp, you couldn't step in there.
At the same time, he was like a one-man band.
You know who also played bass on that song?
Who?
Randy Jackson.
Oh shit, Randy!
Wow,
there you
Kenny
go.
Arnoff on drums. The studio musician extraordinaire.
That should have been Bon Jovi. You should have kicked them all to the curb and kept that band.
And then Benmont Tench, my favorite Hammond organ player.
I love Benmont Tench.
I actually don't know who Benmont Tench is. Who's he from?
He's the pianist and organ player for Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers.
Oh, there you go. So
and Mudcrutch.
Yeah, we've talked about Mudcrutch.
So you go.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Jason, did you have more trivia questions? I actually love trivia questions. I feel bad that I messed up your flow.
No, I just had some quick Beatle ones, and then I have this. I have one. Okay, one final.
Hit me.
Pirates of the Caribbean, Curse of the Black Pearl question. Here we go. What is Will Turner's job? Is he a butcher, baker, blacksmith, or banjo player?
Blacksmith.
Let's see. I'm going to click it. There you go. You really know the first movie in the trilogy they refer to.
Can I tell a quick story?
Yeah. Go for it.
So, like I said, I mentioned earlier that how weird and how incredibly dense that mythology is, to the point where I'm shocked it's like they're targeted towards children. But I was at this is how much of a man-child I am. My friend Jeff and I were at as adults. We were at a water park while we were traveling for work, and we were in Austin, and we were like, "This is a great water park. We got to go to." So we went to it. We're in line, just waiting in this long line to get on this water slide, and I think it was a pirate themed water slide. So we started talking about Pirates of the Caribbean and how confusing it was. And this kid, he could have been more than like 8 or 9 behind me, was like, I know the story of those movies. And I was like, really? No, you don't. What is it? And like for the next 45 minutes in that line, the kid went through every single beat of that. And he probably didn't know what 5 + 5 was, but he was like, and then Calypso's heart was in the chest, and they needed the mermaid's tears to do the parlay with Captain Barbossa. But they couldn't do it on a full moon because the black moon was with the red moon.
And then he fucking Mission Impossible's his face, and it's Johnny Depp.
I mean, I have to say, my 7-year-old is only just now really getting into Star Wars, and it's becoming really intense. And he's asking me some questions, deep questions about plot stuff. Mythology stuff that he's truly been thinking about, that I'll be like, I don't know why that happens. And it's truly he'll just, and sometimes he'll actually just find plot holes
He's like,
but I'll be like, I don't know. We're gonna have to look that up. But he'll be like, it just doesn't make any sense why they would make that. Like, it's not character justified.
But is he asking logic questions like, why are they disposing trash like that on the Death Star?
The funniest part about that is I told him that scene scared me a lot. Every time we watch Star Wars, he goes, "It looks like foam, Dad. It looks like foam." And I was like,
"You're
buddy,
a gigantic pussy, Dad."
Yeah, basically. But yeah, he's got and I had to ask him. I was like, "Yeah, what is the deal with General Grievous?" I was like, "Buddy, why is he so powerful?"
That was my favorite. No that's my favorite Seinfeld joke.
I'll tell you why that he breathes that way and he coughs, and he started explaining it to me.
What's the deal with General Grievous?
I mean, it's a very, that's my Seinfeld.
He's wearing all elaborate stormtrooper armor on the top half and then jeans on the bottom half.
He's got so many arms.
Who are the ad wizards that came up with General Grievous?
Well, Pat, we love you so much. Thank you so much for coming back to 108.9 The Hawk. We got to do it again.
No,
very soon.
Let's all go. We all got to go Freejack now.